get done and chassis level, I feel confident in going forward, investing money, building the car of my dreams after I know that the foundation of the build is correct and on point. In today's episode, we're going to be installing Mudflaps, installing new indicators, and sorting out the camber and caliper scraping issue on new wheels. Old wheels, we have new wheels. The car is already jacked up, the wheels are already loose, I haven't taken it off, but we're going to get to that soon. So on the City Golf, today we're going to be removing the bumper, removing the wheels, installing the mud flaps, doing whatever necessary. In the next clip I'll show you guys all the parts and all the tools that is needed for this job. But let's hope that it all goes well and smoothly, and I'll catch you guys in a full DIY sequence. So regarding the parts, these are the mud flaps, these are the rear mud flaps, these are the front. The kit comes with its own self-tapping screws and some washers. Doesn't seem like it's going to be enough, but I'll check it out. And then these are the indicators. So these are smoked. These indicators do come with a park light in it, which I'm not sure if I'm going to connect. And then obviously just the indicator itself doesn't look like it has a bulb in. I'll have to put my own bulb in. And then it's just mounted to the stiffener of the car. So yeah, the tools that you're going to need are pretty basic. A drill, a screwdriver, or for the grinding part of the caliper you're going to definitely need a grinder. The indicators is just a screwdriver, and you're going to need a 13mm spanner to take the bumper off, because you need to remove the bumper to fit them properly. And then some insulation tape, a soldering iron if you want to go the extra lengths, and you're going to need some heat shrink. Those are not necessarily needed, but to do the job properly you would like to insulate the wires, because as you can see, these wires does not come with a plug on, so you're going to need to use your old plug of the indicators and wire them up to this. Pretty simple. I'll show you guys how to do it. But yeah, so let me get into that. So I think what I'm going to start off with is first doing the caliper and the camber. If you can see here, I have a little spacer in there because it was touching, which if you look closely you can see in the wheel it was touching. So it was just about touching this part of the caliper. Normally what they do is they cut it off here and on the other side, and they get rid of it. I think that is just a strengthening bracket, because it's not part of the caliper. That's a caliper bracket or housing, I'm not sure what you call it, but I really don't want to cut it off. I prefer it being there. If it was put there, why not leave it there? Why not change? Why change something that you don't need to change? So just grinding it down a little bit should work. And then I'll show you guys a camber adjustment, but this spacer I'm wanting to get rid of. I don't like it. It doesn't feel very safe. But yeah, let me get onto it. I have jacked the car up already. Put it on some jack stands on this side. Loosened the wheel nuts. So it's just of taking off and doing the job. So this is a current problem. Get some light. You see that washer? That washer is supposed to be on top to adjust the camber. That's why the camber is out. I'm struggling to get the actual washer off and get the bolt out. So let me just try to find a big hammer and hammer it out, and then I'll show you guys a bolt when it's done. This is the reason as to why the camber wasn't correct. So you see, you've got one washer. If you look at it properly, it's big on this side, it's thin on this side. You've got another two washers. Then you got one bolt. You look around, bolt is uniform. If you look around, the bolt has slight slit in it. That's the camber bolt. This bolt was initially at the bottom. This bolt was on top. So if I explain it to you on the car, let me just show you guys. This was here. It should be here. Reason being, so when you turn, it moves the camber. This part, it moves it in, or it allows it to go forward or inward. If you put the bolt in the washer in the wrong spot, your camber will, you'll never be able to get it right. Volkswagen was smart enough to give you this guide of a washer and a bolt. It's not really the smartest, but for when this car was designed, it was pretty good. So I'm going to correct it. I'm going to put it in the right place. I'm going to use the other side as a reference. I'm just going to measure this. Camber is right, and then we should be good to go. So I got the camber straight. All I did, I don't have anything to gauge it and see if it's going to be perfect at a certain way with the car in the air and a certain degree when the car is on the ground. I can't see that, so I'm going to have to either take the car for alignment, but I sorted out, I swapped the bolts so they will be able to adjust it easily. So the caliper, as you can see, if you can see about here, let me just get out of the light here. That's where it was grinding. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the grinder and I'm just going to grind this entire lip down so it doesn't touch the wheel. Show you on the other side. You can see on the other side the part is rusted. That's how we grinded it down previously and on the lip itself. So I'm just going to do the lip because it's only touching by the lip. Test fit the wheel and see if it fits, and hopefully Bob's my uncle. It's still touching. Seems like they did the job perfectly. If you look there, there's a slight gap. We can definitely get away with that. Okay, so let me put the wheel back on and then both wheels back on. Lower the car. Now I'm not going to lower the car right now. I'm going to do the front indicator, so I'm going to leave it up to take the front bumper off, but let me just get the wheels on. Okay, so the rear bumper to install the indicators. It's 13mm. Bolts, if my memory serves me correctly. It's pretty simple. It's just, if you can see over here and over there, same on the other side. The car was jacked up. I just find it very easy and much more simpler and to move around underneath the car instead of trying to move the battery and all of that to get to those bolts. So I'm going to do that now. I'm not going to film that because I'm not sure how I'm going to get in here with proper lighting, but I'll remove the bumper. So I got the indicators removed. Not sure where the other one is. These are the old indicators. These are the bolts. These are the new indicators. So the wiring loom, I made a bit of a comment that the wiring loom is going to need to change, and that's correct. So this is a plug that goes plugged into the wiring loom of the car, and this is the indicator bulb which goes in here like this. Seals. Looks like this. and it goes in here, kind of something like that, and then it seals. Not a real good seal, to be honest with you. Sometimes bulbs blow. This is a new one, so the bulb is actually completely different. Bulb is bigger. The fittings are different as well. So this is almost like a reverse light bulb, and that's the indicator. So this, the new indicator, comes around and bolts in here, and turns and locks, and that would be your indicator. It does not come with a plug on, so my goal is to cut this plug off, join it to here. Yeah, let's just figure out what is positive and what is negative. I think green is positive and black would most times be negative. And then join it, solder it, heat shrink, and poof, Bob's your uncle. This can plug straight back into the car. But the problem that I'll be sitting with actually is, sorry about the dogs, let me just show you. This doesn't go in here, go in there. This part of it goes in. So initially what I'm going to have to do is cut the wires off, pull the wires through, and then join it onto this. Which is kind of not ideal because I won't be able to remove the wiring loom. I'm going to have to remove the whole plug. Unless I make another connection and I just get like Deutsch connectors, 2-point Deutsch connectors for me. Then I can just still have it going through here and connecting to here. It's adding another point which I didn't really want, but I suppose that's going to be the best. I got both indicators in. There's one, there's the other. Now wiring done, all taped up, plugs on. Same for that side. You can see nicely. Finally got it in, got it working. I had a bit of a snag because I had one bulb less than I was supposed to, but I got it in and I got it working. After many hours. But so I carried on. So when I realized I didn't have a bulb, my next step was to fit the Mudflaps. I just want to show you guys how to mount the front Mudflaps onto the car. I did the passenger side off camera, but I'll show you. So as you can see, it has 3 mounting holes. In fenders, on the passenger side, my fender never had holes. So I marked it up and I drilled a hole with a small little bit. And then for some reason there is a hole here for that. It's difficult to show you, but there was a hole for that. So I just put a screw in there and I drilled a hole here for the screws. So the two third mounts like this. Little up, get it perfectly lined up, and all should be well. 3 bolts is more than enough to hold it in place and make it steady. But I'm going to get onto this one. Okay, so it doesn't screw into the body on the back. It only screws into the bumper. So you can just put it like this, screw it straight into the plastic, and everything should be okay. Let me do that quickly. Okay, we got it all bolted up. I didn't want to mount it to the body. You could possibly push this and mount it to the body, but from past experience, once you go lower, these mud flaps scrape quite a bit, and I thought some flicks would do that, would help it a bit instead of it being solid and possibly crack. Just a little bit of bad news to myself. I moved this backlight because the valves wasn't working and I just couldn't get the valves out while it was in, so I took it out. I knew there was rust here. I knew that. I just kind of avoided it. And then I saw this. I don't want to wait and leave it for it to get worse. So I'm just going to take a grinder, I'm going to grind it down. I have some black paint here, engine paint. And I'm going to coat it just to protect it. I want to have it sorted, I want to have it built up properly, especially that there. This I'm hoping is not through. Let me just get a grinder and just grind it down and see. I definitely need to get in there with a wire brush and do that next, but I grinded it down. This panel was repaired. Obviously. It was definitely repaired. Not bad, but it was repaired. That's scary. I felt it doesn't feel from the inside like it was repaired, but it was definitely repaired. I grinded that down. This was a bit bad because it kind of left no lip, but luckily the light has a seal that mounts here. It's running around here. I think I'll put some seal gasket maker on the rubber of the light just to seal it properly, because there's no lip, it's just metal. There, I have a grinder on the inside of so as well, and there is supposed to be a lip here. I'm gonna get a wire brush. I'm gonna wire brush this, and then I'm gonna clean it and I'm gonna paint it. Okay, protected, and inside it as well. There is a bit of a snag here. The wire brush slip. It gave me more than I bargained for. But I think the looks is not what I'm going for. Perfection is not what I'm going for. I'm going for safety here. The longer you leave the rust, the worse it gets, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. With all my might, actually. I'm going to clean it up and let it dry. I'll probably clean it up tomorrow or later. And then I'll put the light back in. I think I might just give it a little coat. A little bit wet. I might just give it one more coat or just get in here a little bit.